Hello world, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Breakup Diaries. My name is Ashley Collins. I am so proud of myself right now. You have no idea. Always in my videos, I always do this. And I stopped that habit, guys. I stopped it. Are you proud of me? Like literally, like go through my videos, just like the first 5 seconds, I'm always doing, welcome to my YouTube channel. And I was trying to stop that. So, yay me, win for the day. Thank you so much for viewing. Thank you so much for being present and for being here right now on this planet. Right now, things are really scary and they may seem kind of shitty, but you and I are here and we're going to slowly scoop up the mess of the world one ladle at a time, and I hope that you understood the reference. We need to talk about China right now, shall we? I don't know if you're very familiar with the show Black Mirror. If you are not, get fake email address, get Netflix for a week and binge watch the fuck out of Black Mirror. It's a really neat sci-fi show. It's very Twilight Zone-esque, where it takes futuristic and also present tense internet social media age, and talks about the horror and also the beauty of this new boom in technology. In one episode in particular called Nosedive, spoiler alert, feel free to stop watching right now if you want to watch the episode first. It's only an hour and it's a really enjoyable episode. It's really fun, and it has Bryce Dallas Howard, who is not Jessica Chastain. They're like twins. It's so cool how like celebrities have like they're twins. It also just makes you think that like how absolutely connected we actually are. You know, like you have a doppelganger out there right now who looks exactly like you. Like I know a lot of people say I look like Brandy. Get that a lot. I've also been getting Gabrielle Union lately, which is like, she's gorgeous. So I'm like, yeah, give me that. Like, nothing wrong with Brandy either, but like, I've been getting Brandy all my life. Okay, so Nosedive. In this particular episode, there's a rating system for people where you can rate each other, and it's a scale of 1 to 10. So obviously, if you're a 10, like you're perfect. People want to go to your parties. People want to like hang out with you. You get the better jobs. You get the better office view. And the lower your status shows you're basically like a slum. You're a bum, you know? And it was a like, you know, a really cutesy kind of scary episode. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, God, thank God we don't do that now, because I can't imagine what my rating would be now. But China's doing that. From what I've been researching, they've been doing that for the past year. They have a social credit system. And what they're claiming is it's a way to encourage trustworthiness in its citizens. So how your rating is, from what I've been researching, is a rating between 500 and 900. Obviously 900 is the highest you can go, and it tracks everything from do you litter, do you use your turn signal, what do you purchase in stores? How often do you sit idly playing video games? If you're an idle person, that means that you're not as hardworking as opposed to someone who just picked up Pampers. That means that you're a parent, which means that you are more trustworthy. Okay, and there are perks to having a high credit score. Some of the perks that you get is you don't have to put a deposit on renting a car, and they're also limiting travel based on this. There was a journalist who was trying to leave outside the country, but he's not allowed to leave right now. Also, the lower your credit score is, affects the schooling that your child goes to. What they're also trying to do is they're trying to dig back into your school history. And if you cheated on a test, that's going to affect your future, because that means that you're untrustworthy. Which is like, fuck. I can see what they're trying to do. I like looking at it from one perspective. It's like making sure that everyone is a good moral citizen, you know, like making sure that people, you know, don't lie, cheat, and steal, like the basic, you know, the golden rule of life, you know, don't murder, and then you're a bad person if you murder, you know, that should be more common sense. But what I see it as is more of like making sure, Big Brother making sure that you're doing the right thing, you know. Your credit score goes up if you talk good things about the government, you know. And I didn't know this, but for some media outlets, they have to get permission before they share their clippings to the world from the government. And I feel like such a hypocrite because here I am saying, oh, look, this is the greatest time in the world to be alive, right? With this whole new wave of social media, like we're connected with people from all over the world. But now they're trying to use our social media against us. Oh, also, another way that your credit score can hurt you is by the people that you know. So let's say that you're posting nothing but positivity and light and love on your social media feed, right? But then someone that you're Facebook friends or Twitter friends with, whatever, someone that you're friends with on social media posts something that's negative, that's going to affect your credit score. So it's like, it's encouraging fucking snitching, and it's also encouraging you, like, you breaking bonds with those people that are bad influences. But you're a bad influence because you use your voice. You're a bad influence because you speak up. You're a bad influence because you litter. Like, I had my dog this weekend, guys, and I don't know, call me a bad person, but I didn't pick up any of his shit. I didn't pick up any of his dog shit at all this weekend. So my credit score would have gone down. Call me a bad person. I know. I apologize. I apologize. I mean, I don't apologize because, like, it's done. It's done. It's done. You can't judge me anymore because of it. But, God, if that doesn't scare you. And I feel like this is something that's, like, maybe I'm old to this because this has been going on for the past year. And right now, it's just, it's voluntary. It's voluntary. But by 2020, and if you're thinking about it, that's not far away because 2018 is almost over. By 2020, it's gonna be mandatory everywhere in China. Big Brother's me watching you everywhere you go. I know what you're thinking, though. I know what you're thinking. Well, I live in Australia, so that doesn't affect me. I live in Africa, so that doesn't affect me. I live in the States, the good old US of A, so that definitely doesn't affect me. But if you think about it, we already do that with each other. Now we already judge each other based off of how many followers that we have, right? Oh, you only have 500 followers, you're not that important, you're not that special, come at me when you get 1,000 followers, right? We already do that with each other. We already do that with our credit scores now, you know, like I can't buy a car because my credit is so bad, you know. We already do that now with our marital status. Oh, you're divorced, obviously you're not a good husband because you're divorced, right? We already do that now with so many things. I remember back in my theme park days, a very dark time in my history. I remember back in my theme park days, there was an app where you could rate your ex-boyfriend. And I remember we were sitting on break. It was funny because it's raining now and it was raining then. We were sitting backstage on break and one of my friends, he was looking at his score and his ex-girlfriend rated him so low. And we were laughing about it. But thinking about it now, it's like, why are we rating each other? And we already do that now with our Uber drivers and with our Lyft drivers. We're rating them, but this is their livelihood. This is like how they make their fucking money. This one bad ride doesn't mean that they're a bad driver all the time. Why am I talking about this right now? One, because I feel like whenever I try to talk about like very serious things, I think that people are like, oh, that's cute. You're adorable. And like, thank you. I know I'm adorable, but like I have fucking things to say. You know, like I try to further educate myself every day. I try to push myself every day. And I was talking to my friends about it all weekend. And I was like, man, I really want to talk about this. And they're like, then fucking do it. And I'm like, fine, I'll fucking do it. Because don't dare me to do something. Because I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to do it all the fucking way. I feel like that was like a huge fast rant right just then and there. I also feel like that we're very distracted. We are very distracted. It's like the media like has like this big, we're gonna use this light over here. The media has this big shining light. They're like, oh, look over here. And like when actually really important things are happening, we're not looking over there. You know, it's like pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, you know. Look, pay attention to this issue happening right here while we fuck up things over here. We are so distracted. We're not even noticing the shit that's happening and right in front of our fucking noses. Another reason why I want to talk about it is because we are so good at painting images of how happy we are, right? We We take these glorious selfies. We take this beautiful picture with the angel wings behind us. You know, like we take a picture of the mountain and we say, oh, living my best life, blessed. While in the meantime, you're internally screaming. You're having a mental breakdown. Because you're comparing your life to this person who is in Vegas, and you're thinking to yourself, fuck, why can't I be in Vegas right now? Why am I not worthy of being in Vegas right now? If we do that now, with the huge numbers of people who are having mental breakdowns daily, every second in the world, imagine what's going to happen if we adopt this new social credit system. Imagine how much more depression is going to cover the earth with this huge dark cloud that is never going to leave. So what are we going to do about it? I really want to say there's no way that this can be legal, but it's the government. They can make anything a law, right? Can it be something that's so simple as saying that it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter your marital status. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. It doesn't matter how many followers that you have. What can you contribute? What value do you bring to the world? It's easy for me to say, right? Easy for me to say, but I don't know. I feel like this is something that's very important and should be spoken about and should be told. Don't be distracted, because that's what they want you to do. They want you to pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Shit's wild right now, guys. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for viewing. I hope that you... I don't know, I really feel like Katniss right now in the Hunger Games. You know? It takes a spark. It only takes a spark to ignite a flame. The more we talk about stuff like this... Not saying that, like, other things aren't important, like, you know, bring awareness to everything, but be mindful of where they're drawing your attention. Thanks for viewing, guys. Stay blessed, stay real, stay humble, stay self-aware, because that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem with mental health, is self-awareness. Being proud of where you are and not comparing yourself to the other person, okay? Stay alive. And smile.